Okay guys, I got a better angle and time to settle down and get that. So I was talking about SJX AG VZ. So in the time of 2001 in the city areas, let's say Los Angeles County, I was living out here still back then. We're talking 2001, I was 28 years old. How old were you, by the way, in 2001? At that time, magazines were still going. There was talk about them getting heavily hit by internet websites and that. They had to maneuver. They did have to make a lot of changes, and some made those changes, and most of them, and they're still surviving somehow, which is great. But back then, you had stands, say, every couple of blocks, newsstands where you'd have magazines, and for years, it must have went on for 2-3 straight years. You would see Veronika on covers of magazines. Totaling in the total I hear now is somewhere in the 400s, but she was in hundreds of covers back then, and sometimes in a given month she could be on 3-4 covers of different magazines. So, and that went on for a while. And so when I saw her pop up, I said, "Wow, I'd like to work with her. She's got a nice." Features, and so when I was out in the Czech Republic later on shooting, when I got out there, that's a whole story in itself, but we're going to stay on the SJX AG VZ 2001. People were saying she had been shot by other photographers. One of the guys that she worked for had about 60% of all the sales, all the magazines back then, and anyway, for girly magazines, you know. And he had shot Veronika a lot at that time. You know, I don't think talking about this live is going to be good for me, linking back into that, as much as it's part of the history and everybody listens to it and it draws in a bigger audience at the moment. I'm going to have to shift audience just because I need to be monetized, and on certain networks, you know, I don't want to be talking about something that links into a bunch of nudity photos as I go forward. That's why SJX AG, the hashtag, I only promote the safe stuff. And I'm not looking for a way, by the way, I'm not looking for a way to milk this network or any other network into memberships so much. What I'm looking for is monetization. So to be monetized, I need to be strict a little bit about the conversation, but yet everyone loves my history. But I want to talk to you about the history of many other people. I'm going to stop recording now, and then I'll pick that up in the next edit.